I forgot to bloody unmute myself. Son of a bitch. Good morning. Parker, can you
Hello.
hear me now?
Yeah. What's
All right.
up?
There we go. We're ready to rock and roll. Just did that whole intro muted. What's up,
Oh,
everybody?
nice.
Welcome to Starladder Season 10. We've got Power Rangers versus Team Secret to get things started today.
You sound nice and chipper this morning.
I am bloody tired. I did not sleep well, man.
Yeah. Well, I feel awake, but I feel like I'm also starting to get sick again, which sucks. So
Oh, goody.
yeah.
Well, Tinker versus Power Rangers. This isn't Tinker. What am I even talking about? This is Team Secret versus Power Rangers. Oh my god.
You're all
Uh,
over the place today,
I
Andrew.
need to pound some more coffee before we get this thing started here. We do have a lot of games coming up today. We do have Team Tinker
10
versus
seconds
Cloud9 as the
remaining.
final game. That's what I was thinking of, and that will be a good one for
5
sure to
seconds
look out for. A
remaining.
lot of Power Rangers action today. First, they'll be up against Secret, then Album Sheet, and then our third game will be Power Rangers
Reserve time.
versus Fnatic. That will be their debut here in Starladder Season 10 in the group stage. So quite a bit of excitement coming up today, actually.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. So a lot of good games, but we'll take them one by one. And Team Secret have been playing pretty well as of late, so it's good to see. We saw Power
Yeah.
Rangers go 2-0 yesterday as well, so Power Rangers is kind
Dire
of
team
in
ban.
some good form at the same time.
Yeah, looking at the grid, Secret are off to a really good start in this group stage. They are 5-1. They are basically tied with Tinker and Navi, the three teams that have only one loss right now and have played a substantial amount of games. Navi 7-1 in the first seat, and
10
Team Tinker are
seconds
currently
remaining.
6-1. Power Rangers, they are 4-3
5
right now,
seconds.
so
5
kind of
seconds
par for the
remaining.
course. Not good, not great. They still have a chance to turn it around and maybe make a run for
Reserve
top
time.
4, but they need basically every win they can find at this point. But maybe some of that momentum from yesterday will carry forward here, and they'll put up a good game against Secret. They'll have the work cut out for them, though,
Dire
because
team
they made that one fatal mistake. They didn't ban out the Wisp, and Team Secret were eager to pick it up.
Yeah, I think it's always hard to know what to ban, what to pick. The Tinker ban probably not necessary. Team Secret's been playing a lot of Void though, and that's worth the ban. I think they have most the combo they love running is this Razor plus Doom, which is partly why Power Rangers took the Doom as a deny pick from Secret. I think they may have picked that over the Wisp if they
10
could.
seconds
They've been running a
remaining.
lot of Fly on Doom and then Kuro on the Razor, so
Mm-hmm.
Secret will pick Razor
5
all day long though.
seconds
So no
remaining.
surprises that they first picked this hero.
Yeah. And Power Rangers will ban out Tiny as well as the Morphling, two heroes that we've seen pair
Radiant
very
team
nicely with the Wisp. The Tiny a little bit more classic, and the Morphling is one you see every so often, but it's still pretty darn strong. It gives that Morphling a lot more mobility and some actual kill potential early on before he even picks up his Lincolns.
Yeah.
Viper and Bane banned out by Team Secret. The Bane seems to be a smart ban here. That's one of the heroes that we've seen on the rise lately, and we even saw it yesterday during some of those Power Rangers matches.
Yeah, these CIS teams are all
10
about their
seconds
Bane, so
remaining.
I yeah, I guess you take it out. Power Rangers going for the church coming. We get probably a puppy
Dire
Marana. He's been
team
playing a
pick.
lot of this support Marana.
Mm-hmm.
Put Notal on his Wisp, and this is very kind of just classic Team Secret. I mean, they've only been around for about a month, this team, so it's maybe a bit too soon to be saying they have classic drafts. But this is the kind of drafts and picks that Puppy's been doing a lot of as of late.
Yeah. I'm still wondering who they'll pair with this Wisp here. I mean, there are some of those more classic combos like your Ursa and CK that come to
10
mind that are
seconds
still in the pool,
remaining.
but we have seen a little bit of gyrocopter action. I know
5
back in the
seconds
Fnatic
remaining.
days, they used to sometimes run the Wisp Storm Spirit, which is a little bit
Reserve
funky,
time.
but they used to do it semi-successfully, so I suppose could be an option here. There is a lot of lockdown to deal with Storm, though. It's probably not the best
Yeah.
game for the Lightning Man to be jumping around.
Relocate's pretty nice against Doom because you can always relocate out whoever gets Doom, so you can kind of save him for a bit, bring him back to the fight. So that's where maybe you could keep something like a Storm alive. But they may even just run like a Razor in the safe lane and do kind of like we've often see Wisp paired up with someone in the mid lane, even if it's just a kind of mid type hero. But on
Yeah.
the Radiant side, you do those pulls where you deny a ton of experience. It was who was I was casting with LD, and there was a Wisp DK mid, which was Virtus Pro. Then when they were playing, and Wisp just denied creep wave after creep wave with the pulls on the mid lane.
Yeah, that's possible as well. And we did also see Wisp Bristleback the other day. We've seen it a couple times actually in this group stage of Starladder, which is another one of those kind of funky ones. But it lets the bristle really snowball, and if the opposition are silly enough to man
Radiant
up on a
team
tethered
pick.
Bristleback, it usually does not end well. But pretty standard picks coming out here. Earthshaker for the Power Rangers, and Team Secret will grab a nice offlaner there in the Tide Hunter.
Yeah, so Team Secret with their last pick can pick up either a mid or a safe lane carry, so they leave their draft at least a little bit open and keep Power Rangers guessing. Like they can pick up a carry for the safe lane, or they can just pick up some kind of snowball type hero for the mid lane. As far as S4 is concerned, I'd love to see an S4 mag. Always a treat. One of the few players that can make that hero work next to actually a Rise, one of the really good mag players as well, who's playing in Starladder Europe. But as far as I like the Earthshaker pick because it helps out your offlane a ton. You can use that first fissure on the first quick wave to pull the wave back, especially on the dire side. The offlane can be really challenging, and you get completely zoned out by a Razor, even just Razor +1 like Razor Wisp or Razor Marana. So having the Earthshaker, you block that first creep wave. The creep equilibrium moves to your basically under your tier 1 tower at the bottom lane, and that helps out dire offlane a huge amount. So look towards Earthshaker most likely, doing that to start things off.
Yeah, Secret will limit the offlanders in the pool here, ban out the Centaur, and PR take out Sven. Not a hero that Secret have been running a hell of a lot of, but one that could be pretty potent when paired with a Wisp. Sort of some potential there. Maybe Power Rangers misreading the Marana, thinking it will be a carry. I don't know. Most of the Sven I've seen recently has been in the position 4, not really in the position 1. But well, probably a good ban nonetheless. Vengeful Spirit for the Power Rangers. So we saw this yesterday, kind of a core Venge. Someone's got to be a core here from PR, either the Venge, Shadow Shaman, or the Earthshaker.
Yeah, they were running. Yeah, I think it was PR who even ran the core Venge in the safe lane. So we may get to see it once again with, I think it was Moon playing the Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, it was.
A Secret last pick the Naga.
They'll do it again. Moon on the Venge. So
right.
Carry Venge. Yesterday, the game that we saw, it was one of the. They won both their games yesterday, I believe. Yeah. So it did work out, but. MYM
carry's kind of the wrong word. Like, even though he's farming, it's not really like.
That's true. He went for a mech, right?
Yeah, he went for utility items, and like in a draft like this, the real carry is kind of the death. The whole what defines a carry? But I'd say like Death Prophet's the hero who needs the most farm priority right now. The most item, as far as item dependency goes, it's all about the Death Prophet, and then I would say Doom even needs more farm than the Venge. So even though you may put Venge safe lane farm, it's to get up these utility items like a mech nice and quick, and then come to team fights and help out everyone else.
Yeah, it will be shot slow on the DP, so she'll be headed to the mid lane, and I think there's a chance that Power Rangers will do an aggro try here and safe lane the Doom. Maybe they'll do an aggro try around the Doom and safe lane the Venge. They've got a couple of options. When we saw it yesterday, that was the game that started off really, really poor for, I believe it was MYM. And Moon was in the 1v2 on the Venge, and he was just kiting people around that tower all day. So they're pretty comfortable putting him in a solo safe lane type role. And if yesterday serves as anecdotal evidence, then they may follow suit once more.
Yep, they haven't got I think they had the Enchantress that game. Was that the Enchantress game?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, when they got the first 3 kills in the tower in like the first minute.
Oh yeah, that was really nice to see. But no Enchantress this game. They go for the Earthshaker, which is a bit more defensive. We'll look to see him just kind of sit back, protect the lane, and probably realizing they can't get away with that kind of aggression against Team Secret as much. But I mean, reversely, you could say, hey, look, you're up against a team that on paper is a lot stronger than you. That's where you're going to be aggressive and catch them by surprise. So to start things off, Doom Boots first is going to go for a warding expedition, but he gets scouted. So putting down this Observer Ward now, you don't want to get seen planning it because that makes it really easy to deward. Wisp has saved up all his starting money. Puppy also is 200 gold, so if they see them plant the ward, Puppy will probably buy sentries. Wisp wants to rush a bottle, so I like to play from like a support where you save the money, and if you need sentries, you buy them. If not, you just stay as is.
Yeah. And Secret will just go ahead and block their own camp here as they put down an Observer Ward right smack dab in the middle of the jungle. But I guess
some Doom countermeasures.
Yep, they're figuring Doom will be in the off lane and limiting what he can grab with that initial Devour there. So, Team Secret lanes, let's take a look here. Looks like it will be S4 on the Razor in the safe lane, Puppy on the Marana, stationed in the jungle and will be roaming about, no doubt there. Kuroki on the farming Naga Siren in the mid lane, and Big Daddy will be on the Wisp, joining the Naga Siren here mid. And that puts Fly, a.k.a. Simba, in the off lane here as the Tide Hunter. So pretty straightforward lanes from Secret, as you mentioned. They're a team that's not afraid to just run the casual Wisp. It doesn't have to be some sort of a crazy, ridiculous pairing. But Naga Wisp should have a fine time here in the mid lane and really help accelerate Kuroki's farm.
Yeah, it's Naga and Osiris who you kind of need the bubble on for spamming your Riptide to farm as well as the Mirror Illusions. You want to send them to the neutrals, and Wisp is just perfect for stacking these camps. Kuro can easily farm the stacks once he's kind of level 7, and at that point Wisp can just give him multiple double, triple stacks and really accelerate Kuro's farm.
Yeah. And also shut down DP here. It's going to be difficult for Shotchlo to get a hell of a lot as No-Tail already off to a nice aggressive start. And it looks like his bottle should be on the way already. Yep, Cardi's got it coming. So he'll have plenty of regeneration, which is great news for the Naga, who can spam out that Riptide pretty willy-nilly here. Now, it will be a 2-1-2, at least to get things started for Power Rangers. Actually rotate their other support. We just Zik on the Earthshaker up towards the top lane. So just a solo off-lane Doom against the Razor, and already getting harassed back pretty decently here. Up top, though, Simba will get caught by the Fissure, and I think this might be our first blood coming out here. God's nowhere for him to go. It's a beautiful block, and he's falling ever so slowly with that Anchor Smash, but still can't get away. And they will secure the first blood. Moon, of all players, to draw the bonus gold. And this Vengeful Spirit off to a good start. Now in the mid lane, we'll see Shotchlo get dove. And this should be another kill coming out for Secret this time. Wisp will secure the last hit, but pretty easy dive on the Death Prophet, who has little escape mechanisms this early on.
Yeah, Death Prophet really needs levels to get the movement speed. Early on, very slow hero until you get multiple points in the Witchcraft. So with the Tether movement speed and with Riptide lowering the armor, it's just such a strong dual lane at mid. Unfortunately for Tide, he was still level 1. That's why he went down top lane without having a point in Kraken Shell. Very tough lane for him.
Cheshire Cat eats an arrow at the bottom lane as he tries to turn the corner. Big Daddy there with the tether to try and slow him up and heal up Puppy a bit more. It looks like Cheshire Cat will be able to mount an escape. That Scorched Earth coming in handy, but completely zoned out. And this ward blocking the camp proving useful. He was looking for a Devour.
He went to Devour, yeah.
Couldn't get it. He's still
and this
Devourless.
medium camp was also not spawning. I think Puppy was just body blocking this medium camp just in case the Centaur spawned. Unfortunately, he couldn't block the 2-minute spawn because he was checking the rune and fighting the Doom. So there is a Centaur there now, but Doom's already left. So job done, and Doom's been completely zoned out of the off lane.
Yeah, to some degree the damage has been done as he's already retreated back to the Dire Jungle. He does find himself a Wild Wing Ripper. So nice bit of armor there. Did grab the first Ring of Protection. So not completely armorless, but will help him tank up, and doesn't look like he'll try to do anything too fancy with the Tornado. Will just walk his way back down towards the bottom and try and find some farm as the creeps shove into the tower. But in terms of the mid lane, Death Prophet's holding her own surprisingly well. 13 CS on her compared to the 11 of Kuroki. Even though Shotchlo took an untimely death, he's still grabbing a lot of last hits.
That's the one thing with this 1v2 lane is they can't. It's not like with CK as much where you're trying to just completely crush the DP kill over and over again. The one kill probably shouldn't have happened, but DP can sit back, Bottle Crow, spam the Crypt Swarm, and get farm here, even though it is a 1v2 lane. You just have to sit back and play in a safe enough position that you don't go down like you already did once.
Yeah. Tide, not really finding much in the offlane here. A little bit of experience, soon to be level 3. But even just getting that first point in Kraken Shell helps out significantly in terms of your survivability. He'll go blow for blow with the Earthshaker, and he will win this duel, at least for now, chopping him down with that Pirate set in the mid lane. Uh-oh, Shotchlo gets initiated on once more. Kuroki starts it off with an ensnare, and they'll bring him down. You were talking about the positioning on Death Prophet. You got to be a little more passive than that, and Shotchlo will just press too far forward. Now in the jungle, Puppy getting chopped down by Cheshire Cat. Scorched Earth on as he commences the chase, but Puppy will leap to safety. Now up in the top lane, yes, Simba may take another spill as the magic missile slows him up, cuts through the trees, but can't make the escape. Kills happening all over the place here as once more Cheshire Cat almost initiated on, but S4 will just break the link and head back to farming. So we'll be tied up 2-2, and now in the mid lane, Ensnare comes out onto Shotchlo. They'll dive the tower again. Kuroki tanking the tower shots, but Big Daddy's there to heal him up, and he's not much worse for wear. Pops some illusions, and they'll consider going in on Moon here as well. Takes a magic missile, a lot of tower shots coming in. Can they crap him in an ensnare? Yeah, they sure can. And now Moon will TP to his death as Kuroki finds a double. Now the Fissure flies through. This may be the end of the Naga Siren, and it will be. Shotchlo, or no, that's not. Oh, that's just a. Never mind. Creeps get the last hit, and the gold is split. But still, I think Secret will be pretty happy with that exchange.
Yeah. Even they're not going to be happy about the fact Naga dies in the end, but that was just one too many heroes rotating towards mid lane. You got so many kills out of that. They're playing so aggressive with this Wisp Naga. Normally you think Naga mid, just sit back, farm, stack camps, use the Riptide to farm and get your radiance as fast as possible. No, they're really prioritizing getting these kills, diving this tower whenever possible.
Yeah. You don't normally expect a carry Naga to grab and snare so early on. A lot of Nagas will hold that point for a really long time. We'll see J4 get killed up in the top as Puppey connects with an arrow. But now in the jungle, Cheshire Cat gets initiated upon by Kuro and Puppey, and Big Daddy rather, and there's that ensnare coming in handy once more. And that's been the ability that set up all these kills. I think it's certainly worth it to level up that point, but from the opposition's perspective, maybe getting caught a bit off guard by it.
Kuro already level 7 and Wisp is level 6. This is... We're not even 6 matches of the game. That all these kills, like they're missing, like Kuro's missing CS here and there, but they're getting huge experience out of these kills.
Yeah, and he's a relocate up top as they go right in onto Moon. Nice arrow from Puppey and barely misses the sidestep. Venge falls, J4 falls, and oh boy, this is just turning into a disaster for Power Rangers. First relocate proves successful, and Big Daddy will just leave Kuroki by his with his buddies here, and they will commence the tower pushing. Top tier 1 taking a lot of pressure. We'll cut the lane with one of the illusions, and this should be a pretty easy tier 1 tower kill. Power Rangers just not in a position to mount a defense. We just Zik is nearby, level 5 Earthshaker. Not a hell of a lot he can do. He walks by a ward, and arrow flies through. Will zip by his head, and he'll survive for now.
I'm surprised they're letting him live.
Yeah.
Only Puppey went for it. The rest were just still in the tower. I guess Wisp wasn't there, so they need the Wisp with the tether movement speed to kind of chase him down. So
yeah, they do actually keep the tower standing. I guess I overestimated the amount of pushing power they can put out. Tide does not have a Ravage yet, so Team Secret not too eager to take a big skirmish there, and we'll just back out. Puppey caught inside of some shackles.
There's a Razor in this game too. Razor's being completely ignored.
We just Zik. Well, he'll connect with a fissure, but Kuroki's there, puts everyone to sleep with the Song of the Siren. And just create some space for Puppey to make his escape. There you go. Yeah, Razor's just farming away down here.
Yeah, he's not been touched in a long, long time. Just treads Aquila for now, so hasn't really shown if he's going to be going for the mech or not for the team or a drums type build.
42 CS compared to the 9 of Doom. Bottom lane definitely going the way of Secret in the mid. Shot slow again. He just steps too far forward. Earshaker will be there to help break things up a little bit, but Kuroki will look to pursue, relocate forward onto the high ground. Shotchill will have to double back, but there's a Riptide, another stray auto attack, even an arrow flying through and hits We Just Sick. Oh my gosh, Power Rangers, you gotta sidestep those.
He was trying. No. I didn't think that was gonna hit. That looked like one of those arrows which missed, but the far left pixel or whatever it was of the hero just somehow got clipped by it, and oh man. Now, there's so much tower damage being dealt as well. Like, sure, they haven't pushed to tier 1 yet, but it's happening soon.
Yep. And honestly, at this point, they don't even really need towers to commandeer this game. Looking at raw CS, they are in really good shape. Vengeful Spirit still has a lot of last hits. There's your first tier 1 tower down. But, I mean, a farming Venge is just not that scary, especially at this stage in the game. Sure, she has some treads and a Keel 800 gold, but not really that close to a mech. And S4 is still out farming her, and will have a better mech timing if that ends up being the route he wants to go. Shot slow again, caught an ensnare in the mid lane. Arrow to follow up. Another very easy kill for Secret, and as they pick that up in the mid lane, S4 will grab another tower kill down bottom. And do we even dare look at this gold graph? 7,500 gold, 5,000 experience in favor of Team Secret.
Yeah, very lopsided stuff, and just crazy seeing like the net worth on like heroes you wouldn't expect it on. Wisp is number 3 with 3.5k net worth from all these kills and all this aggression he's showing. Him and Kuro are just working so well together. Like, it's for a new team, it's incredible to see the coordination between these two players in the mid lane. I mean, good players will just kind of know what to do, but even so, like whether you want to dive or not, and like using your spells, not overlapping, it's worked out amazingly, this dual lane mid.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Farm's even looking more lopsided, pulling up that net worth chart. Naga basically doubling everyone else on the side of Power Rangers. Tide now finding some more experience, hits level 7, has himself a Ravage with Arcane Boots. So Secret are absolutely in team fighting shape. Naga pretty close to a Relic, 3,400 gold. They'll find possibly another kill on Cheshire Cat. This time he'll be able to make it away as the Ensnare expires, and Scorched Earth comes in handy once more. It will be the end of the fight in the mid lane, but up top, Puppey and Fly looking for some initiation. Ravage is available. Relocate up, and Moon will start things off with a magic missile, but Fly getting in position for what could be a Ravage here, and no, he's going to try to hold on to it as long as he can. They'll split Shadow Shaman gets finished off by EO in the trees, and Moon will do a little fancy work around the tree line and actually completely jukes Fly, and it will just be a single kill instead of 2. I can understand wanting to hold the Ravage, but what are you really holding it for?
Yeah, you may as well just keep pummeling PR in the ground, because that's exactly what Team Secret are doing right now. It's just a brutal beating here. They're going to get more towers now with top lane being taken by Puppey, and, well, things are not looking good at all for PR. After a good day yesterday, they're starting slow today.
Yeah, they're just slapping them around at this point. Oh, Kuro, he has a 10-minute relic. We're looking at like maybe a 12-minute Radiance on this Naga, who went Aquila first of all things. Doom comes out onto Big Daddy, and the Naga Siren Sleep will be there. Looks like it won't even be enough damage to force him into deny range. Well, he'll be in deny range, but he will survive.
He's not going to die.
Yeah.
At this point, Secret's like, we're happy to use a 3-minute cooldown ultimate just to not deny you of any kill.
Yeah.
Wisp is on a 4-kill streak, but so it's a bit of gold. But more than anything, it's like you just don't want that first kill for Piatti back in the game. Sure, they've got 3 kills on the board, but it's nothing important and nothing recently. Like everything recently has been going the way of Team Secret: towers, kills, and complete map control as well.
S4 is now just gone for drums. He went Treads, Aquila drum, and he's going to go into a magic wand here. So just a great early fighting build, nice and tanky. Already 1,300 hit points up on the Razor, sitting level 9. And mech would be great, but it feels like to some degree they don't even really need it. So I can see why this Razor just wants to go more of a fighting-focused build. Naga Siren, 500 off that recipe for the Burning Radiance. And it's one of those items, the earlier you get it, the more relative damage it does. And some of these supports are just going to take so much damage from the Radiance burn. It'll be pretty ridiculous. Moon eats another arrow in the top lane, and that'll be a very easy kill for Team Secret. That's the position 1 on Power Rangers, and oh, gosh. Arrow magnets here.
Kills all across the board. Razor gets a solo kill in the Shadow Shaman, and he even used his Serpent Wards cooldown. That's the first Serpent Wards all game. Shadow Shaman only just hitting level 6 then, and immediately they're wasted. They're not going to be able to use them for a fight, for towers, for anything. And this is just terrible. Yeah, Phase Boots got picked up at 12 minutes for Sashglow on the Death Prophet. He's 0 and 5. Like every lane just got completely destroyed by Team Secret. I mean, top lane, sure, the first couple minutes was fine, but a couple kills on Tide doesn't change much.
We just sick. Can't even take down a ward before they find him. Hit him with an arrow and just bring him down. That's a really sad story right there. Just trying to punch down that one observer ward, get a little bit of map control, and he'll have to pay with his life. And he doesn't even get the ward on top of it. Down bottom, Shotchlo will use an Exorcism, doing a lot of damage to this tower. Glyph will come out, and now the TPs will commence. Shotchlo, buddy, you need to be careful. You're not so tanky. And they'll find the Doom off to the side. He'll fall first. They do get the tower, but Razor denies it. And now they're in hot pursuit. Puppey with an arrow at the ready will leap over the tree line. And doesn't even need the arrow. We'll just be able to chase him down with the movement speed buff. And there you go. Hits from point blank. And now Shotchlo will eat a gush, and all the other damage to follow up will commence the kill. Up in the top lane, Kuroki and Big Daddy trying to finish off the tower. A big rotation coming in is Kuroki stuck inside of the shackles. 5 seconds till he can do a Song of the Siren, but he's got the Radiance. He can just turn and fight. He'll bring down the Earthshaker. Has plenty of sustainability from the Wisp, and the other two, well, semi-supports, whatever you want to call them, are forced to back out as they just can't take the heat. So they're playing get out of the kitchen. Song of the Siren deployed. J4 will get caught in the fire, and yeah, he'll just melt.
It's over, Andrew.
That fat lady is singing. She's breaking glass,
it didn't need to be said, but it's over.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yep.
There's the monkey in the room. It's
the
over.
Monkey? The elephant?
Yep. No, the monkey. This is a monkey. We've got
monkey?
Simba in the game. There's no elephants. This is Rafiki.
Yeah. Rafiki's going ham right now.
Look at Treasure Cat. He's just tornadoing. This is...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's commencing the dance party.
He's doing the dance. Exactly. He's dancing.
There you go. GG. Going out in style. I like it.
Making a mockery.
Oh,
but, yeah,
man.
This is definitely not a good chunk from PR, and this is not really reflective of their true ability. They're a lot better than this, but Secret just outplaying them all across the board.
Yeah. Secret really just had their way with them. I don't know what else to say about it. But, well, first game in the books. So we're going to have a long break. Next game coming up in about 45 minutes. Power Rangers, they've got a long gauntlet ahead of them. Will be Power Rangers versus Album Sheet coming up next, scheduled to start at 9:15 a.m. here on the Pacific Coast. Then after that will be PR versus Fnatic. So we'll have a break, guys. Plenty of music coming your way. Stay with us because there's plenty of Dota 2 action coming up on this fine day of Starladder.